Howdy everyone, P-Daddy here. Today I wanted to take a look at beating some icon swaps objectives, and specifically I wanted to focus on this one, where you have to win 6 squad battles matches on minimum world class difficulty with 11 silver players in your starting squad. I've had a few people ask me what is the best way to beat world class, so I thought I would share with you some tips and tricks, let you know how you can just beat it down, max out your squad battles points. But before we begin, as Toxic Pete would say, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Ring that ding dong bell, people. And one thing I do recommend before you ever get going on any objective is try to see, is there any other way you can combine it with anything else. So for this one here, we've got to win 6 squad battles matches with 11 silver players. So there is one right up here that is prime for combining, and this one is called the Silver Beast. Now it's possible you may have already completed it. Now if so, you won't be able to combine it, but if you haven't, make sure to be working on this one at the same time. Assist 8 goals with silver players, win 5 squad battles matches on minimum professional, so we're going to be doing that at the same time. Score 3 goals with a silver player in 3 separate squad battles matches. Now that one's always kind of weird, worded weird, I think is what I'm trying to say. But all that means is you just need 3 goals from silver players. It doesn't have to be the same silver player. And this one, which I've already done in the 2 matches I've played so far, scored 10 goals with a silver team of the week player. Now, the only restriction on this one is you need at least 1 silver team of the week player. If you haven't completed any of these objectives, these silver stars, you can buy a silver team of the week card on the market. But if you do all of these, you will get a rare mega pack, and you can do that at the same time while you're grinding for the icon swaps. The other thing I want to point out is in the milestones category, there is one called Silver Sensations. And when you get through all 8 of these objectives, you get a jumbo rare players pack. But one of the ones, the one I'm grinding on most right now, is play 50 matches with at least 7 Silver Team of the Week players. So if you haven't been doing those Silver Stars, then you might want to start trying to do those so you can start working towards this one. So maybe get that Jumbo Rare Players pack in time for Team of the Season or something like that. But there's some nice packs as we go, like this one. Win 200 matches. You can see I'm already up to 53 out of 200, but you get a Rare Players pack. So we're kind of working towards this one at the same time. Some of these are also like, let's see, score 300 goals, score outside of the box. So you may just want to kind of take a look at these and try to be thinking of these as you're going along here. And of course, always just look at your bronze and gold. Just double check that before you go into a match. So what do I need to do here? That's in rivals. I need to score a header with a striker. Now it's going to be a little bit tough, but we need to at least think about it. You know, if we could get that, would be nice. And then we need a goal with a left wing. So just kind of take a look at these. And we can also be focusing on, let's see, is he up here, this Cucurella. Now, Cucurella's Future Stars Academy card can be completed all in squad battles. We are up to the 86 rated version, so you can't start Cucurella, but you can bring him on as a sub, and we need to get assists. We need assist 3 goals with crosses. We need to score an assist, so we can start working towards them at the same time as we're doing this other stuff. So just wanted to point that out. Make sure you're working on combining these objectives, and also it'll make it a little bit easier if we bring on an 86 rated Cucurella. And that's my other point. If you have any trouble at all beating this objective, remember you can have subs. You just need to start the match with 11 silver players. So let's just take a look at our squad battles. I think we've played 2 of them so far with the silvers. So yeah, so let's just take on this one. It's an 82 rated squad with 100 chemistry. That's another tip. If you have any trouble, sometimes these guys up here are really easy to beat. There's maybe like a 70 rated squad, or even sometimes I've seen some 60 rated bronze squads. So I will play this one, will be a good mix of, you know, good and bad. So we need to be playing world class. And this is the silver team that I'm going to be using. You'll notice I've got 7 silver team of the weeks out here, all because I'm going after that objective. My chemistry is really poor. Now, another thing, if you're having any trouble, or if you don't have these 7 silver team of the weeks, I want to point out a couple cards that are really strong. This Frank Onyeka card is an amazing CDM that you can get. This Aina Nigerian card, I've had some strong success with Nigerian cards. There's a Musa, there is an Okareki, so there's just, you're mainly looking for pace at the back. You know, this Mingi card is a nice card if you need to buy silver. This Robinson's outstanding left back. So if you don't have any of the boosted cards, then start looking for some of these pacier silver players to help you get through this challenge. And you can see here, we've got Cucurella on the bench. We're going to bring him on as a sub. And then I would recommend playing a formation. Play like a 3-5-2 or a 4-4-2, something that's going to get you a little bit of attack base, Well, let's get right into it. So I wouldn't play something like a 4-2-3-1, like where you're just playing really defensive. You want to give a little bit of attack to the opposition. Let's get our Burger King kit. Let's get ready to go. Go right into the match. And like I said, we will sub off one of our players to bring on that Cucurella. And we're going up. This team actually has a Cucurella in there as well. They've got the Cucurella left back version, but solid team overall. So, I mean, you've got to be on your toes. They're also on 100 chemistry. Squad battles chemistry does play a role. So I'm going to put it onto my 3-5-2. That's how I have it set up. I'm going to sub off Torgross. I believe actually Romarinho is on like 1 chemistry as I'm playing him on right back. So let's sub off Romarinho and let's bring on this Cucurella. And actually let's bring on Onyeka into the midfield as well. So that'd be a nice sub as well. That's a silver sub. So we'll have Cucurella playing Cam, Vidra, and Shea Adams. If you have that Shea Adams card, he's just absolutely lethal. So this is what we're going to go with in our 3-5-2, and we can bring on Cucurella in just a minute, start working towards his objectives. Now, one thing you may want to pay attention to is if you're trying to max out your squad battles points, you can 5 goals is the max goals you can score. So if you win 5-0, you're basically maxing out your points. Now, there's some other things like you can get 10 shots. I think possession plays a role. There's some other things, but you know, if you were going for top 200, you can't do it on world class anyway. So just mainly focusing. And one thing I always point out is to look at your passing accuracy. If you're having any trouble at the end of the match beating these, if you're not on 90% passing accuracy or better, then you might want to review it. But they are just right away. One thing I like about squad battles is you can always pause it and then take a look at what you did. But here we're just using this width created. We've got Vidra. Now we've got a runner coming up the left. I was actually trying to pass it to my left mid. It ends up going to my striker. We just make a pass back over, and it's just nice, simple passing. You know, I didn't do anything fancy. I didn't do a ball roll scoop turn. I didn't do any skills. It's just basic passing, and that's one good thing about squad battles. You can kind of focus on your fundamentals a little bit, just finding the open man, getting him into space. Nice pass back, and we've got the early goal already, working towards all of our objectives as we go. I think that was Vidra that scored. But now we'll get our Cucurella on, we'll get Onyeka on, and we'll be even stronger. But already with the 1-0 lead. Now, World Class is weird. Now, when you play Legendary or Ultimate, sometimes they will change their tactics a little more frequently. So if you're behind against Legendary or Ultimate, it can sometimes be very hard to break them down. World Class seems to not change their tactics as much. The way I've always tried to explain it, it seems like World Class plays for a draw, and it seems like Legendary plays for a win, if that makes sense. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you're behind against World Class, you know, just keep going, keep going. We're looking at through balls. We're looking at passes. I don't know if we've even had a pass that has been off target yet. So just waiting for the open man there. We've got some space again with our left mid, making that pass into the box. We've got a good shot. Now it was blocked, but again, good attack. Just those nice, simple passes, and those are some of the things to focus on. I think sometimes people focus too much on trying to learn new skills, and skills are important, don't get me wrong, but if you know the fundamentals of FIFA, you're going to be good at FIFA 21, FIFA 22, FIFA 23, so that's why some players who are really good at FIFA are good every single year, and sometimes you see people that have maybe a particular FIFA fits their play style, but when you're good at passing, good at all this stuff, and it's gonna accumulate over all of them. So there we go with the second goal. Again, we'll just take a look at it. And one thing I like about this 3-5-2, this is what I'm playing now in Weekend League and in Rivals. It just gives you so much space, gives you so much attack. It's hard to defend against, but it also really keeps it shaped well. So you can see here, we're in the midfield, basically. We've got Vidra, our 2 strikers, and we've got our right mid, Mangatuka, making a run. But notice how we've taken up so much space in the middle here. We've got Vidra and Shea Adams passing back and forth, draws all the defenders into the middle. Now, if I'm even looking at the very bottom of the screen, I even have my left mid that's going to be coming free, it looks like. But Mangatuka was a little more advanced at right mid. Now he's 1v1 versus the keeper and just blasted in. And we're already 2-0 up in the 15th minute. So couldn't really go much better than that to start off. We're going to have to turn into Toxic Pete just to maybe try to agitate the computer a little bit. Let's see. I need one of these.
I have got to message my opponent. Let them know how sick that goal was. Oh my god.
I'm not sure I can message the computer, but maybe we can do that. Maybe we can turn into Toxic Pete against the AI and see if we can spice things up a little bit. Now it does seem like, you know, but this is, again, this 352, I'm playing this on 6 depth, but even notice, even on 6 depth, how many people I have back. Like, this is kind of turning into another tutorial about how much I love the 352. But notice here, like, Cucurella is my cam. I don't know if you can see him near the ref at the top in the yellow jersey. Cucurella is there back. We've got defenders back. We've got CDMs back. You know, there's just nowhere for the opponent to go at that space. Now we are breaking out. Now we're in transition because they had to commit some people to try to, and there was a poor pass from that. Hopefully we don't give up anything from that, but that was from where I paused it and didn't make a good pass out. But, you know, then when you're getting out in transition, you know, you just have so many options, so much space. You've given them so many things to think about. So now we're coming back, and again, just beautiful pinpoint passing. Just opens up so much in the 3-5-2. We're already up 3-0. So we get a nice pass. So I'm opening up the width with Wamangituka. Width is important. Any formation you play. Like, I love the 4-4-2 earlier in the year. And 4-4-2 I still think is a great formation, but I think 3-5-2 steps it up a notch because it gives you just a little bit more oomph and attack. You still, where you have that central cam that just really links things up. And now we can see Cucurella making a run in. Pass it over to Cucurella, over to Vidra, back over to Shea Adams, and is able to bang in a goal. So now what we need to do, let's take a look. Have we gotten anything with Cucurella yet? So we have nothing with Cucurella yet. So one thing we want to start doing, can we get goals and assists with Cucurella? So maybe what we even should do, let's move Cucurella into even a more advanced role because we're also trying to work on Cucurella a little bit. Let's put Vidra at central cam and put Cucurella as a striker. So we want to try to get some more goals and assists with Cucurella as we go. Now I'm trying to skip through the replay. I guess we're gonna, like, again, we'll be Toxic P. Let's get a Whopper button out here too. We need a Whopper button for how good we're dominating the AI.
Tell the crew to push the Whopper button.
That's right, Whopper button with that beautiful Burger King kit. That is hot, son. That is hot. So we're, like I said, looking strong. And one thing, let's take a look at this real quick. Let's look at our match facts. Our passing accuracy right now is 93%, and that's just something I kind of always recommend taking a look at. Even as you play online opponents, you want to be looking at 90% plus pass accuracy. You want to make sure you're taking advantage of your chances, that you're not giving up terrible, like, when you have the ball, you're not in danger of conceding, if that makes sense. So if you're not careful with the ball, then that just gives your opponent more chances that they don't necessarily need. But here we go to attack again. That one I forced. That was a poor pass. But I will also say, if you're dominating the AI and you're on even 75% pass accuracy, then, you know, don't worry about it. I'm just saying, if you're someone that's struggling at all against the AI difficulties on World Class, Legendary, or Ultimate, pass accuracy is one great place to start at. And you can be a little aggressive in your 3-5-2. You just don't. You want to be mostly cautious with your center back. So here I'm even bringing back Vidra to defend with. Nowhere for the AI to go. We're out and break again. We do like a back pass with a 1-2 through ball. Now we've got Keane making a run. We've got Cucurella making the pass into Shea Adams, just trying to get set. And there's a Cucurella assist. So that's one thing for Cucurella already. We're 4-0 up in the 30th minute goal. So, like I said, can't ask for much more. But again, like I said, now unless you're going for an objective, you can kind of calm it down once you get to the 5th goal, because no goals count after goal number 5. So, you know, even if you score 25 goals, now it will help you on some of your other objectives if you need to go for those. But as far as squad battles points, and that's one thing, like I said, we want to try to take advantage of our squad battles points. Now, let's see, we make a nice fake shot stop. Cucurella, not the greatest pass from Shea Adams there. And that's one of the things you're running to with your silver players. They're not going to be the greatest at passing. You know, if you're used to playing with Neymar and Mbappe or some cards of close to that level, then their silver cards will let you down at certain times with both their shooting and passing. But just keep at it, and you will be able to break through for sure. Wes Morgan again, like a boss. Blocking out. We're back in transition. You can just see how quickly we can get out in transition. They try to cover Wamangituka. Now we're free. We need a goal with Cucurella, I believe. So let's see if we can get anything going with Cucurella. Went a little bit away from me. I should have done a little bit more with that chance. I was trying to get it onto a strong foot to be able to finesse shot it in, but didn't quite work out for us. So we go Cucurella. main thing, I think what we need is a Cucurella goal. Now, there may be some, I think there was, we need crosses too, if possible. So maybe that's what, once we get to that 5th goal, or once we get that Cucurella goal, maybe we will focus on trying to spamming in some crosses in with Cucurella. I mean, yeah, with Cucurella. We needed a goal with a header from a striker, but I'm not sure what striker we have. I think Moist Keen is actually set up as a striker. So maybe we can work on that objective. But that's when you play in squad battles, like sometimes it can get so boring playing squad battles, but if you can focus on just completing some multiple objectives at the same time, then sometimes it makes the grind a little bit more worthwhile, makes it a little bit more fun. But let's see if we can get Cucurella running through. Cucurella with the goal and the assist. Cucurella just bossing things. And like I said, it makes it so much nicer when you can work on multiple things at the same time and not just have to focus on one or just that one win with silver players. Just work on multiple things makes it so much more fun. I guess let's see what we can do now. Let's just keep working at it. We've got to maybe try to get some goals from crosses. We needed a goal, so Keen is listed as a striker. So I'm going to put Cucurella on at the left mid role. Let me put Keen as a right striker, I'm thinking, because maybe that would maybe get him a little bit more where I can get Cucurella into Keen on his head. Maybe I could even bring Nketiah on, because I don't think anyone else is a striker. So let's take Vidra off for an Nketiah, and we'll put Nketiah up top. So that'll be 2 strikers up top. So we'll just start spamming some crosses in, try to get goals from crosses with Cucurella. We'll get the assist to Cucurella, and hopefully we get a goal from a header. And like I said, sometimes that's what you can do, is just kind of spam in some of that type of stuff. But again, focus as far as beating world-class difficulty, just focus on those things. Focus on just the clean and easy passing. Look for pacey players, 1-2 balls. As far as skill moves, you don't even have to do anything crazy. Ball rolls work really well because unless you have like that Wamangituka, there aren't many great skillers at the silver level. So I think Nketiah doesn't even have 4-star skill moves, so he cannot even do the La Croqueta. But ball rolls work really well. Fake shot stops work really well. You don't have to do 5-star skills, ball roll, scoop turns, things like that. You don't have to do elasticos. Just focus on those skills, or just the base skills of the game, passing and things like that, and look at your passing accuracy. But let's see, we got Cucurella. Our pass accuracy will probably take a dip because I'm going to start just trying to spam in as many crosses as possible with Cucurella. Oh, we got him offside. I thought he was still on, but yeah, Cucurella, hang your head in shame, son. You were offside. Was not my fault at all. And defensively, just focus on, don't rush at him. Don't let him beat you, but be smart, when you've got that opportunity. I feel like defending is one of the things you can kind of take from squad battles and move into the main area, especially with the changes they've made to the AI for squad battles. You can focus on that, because especially when you play legendary difficulty, they spam so many skill moves that when it makes you more used to playing online opponents and maybe not jumping in as much. All right, Cucurella. All right, we got Cucurella here from the corner. We play it short to Cucurella. Still not working. Come on, get off of Cucurella. The AI is really wanting to make a comeback here. We're going to try a weak foot cross in. Nothing there. Now, the best way to score crosses, in my opinion, is with the low-driven cross, and that's when you hold the RB or R1 and then power up your cross a little bit to, just do that exactly as it says, low-driven. It doesn't really have much loft to it. But those work really well, but that's not going to get us the heading goal that we need from a striker on this difficulty. So we'll just keep spamming them, see if we can get anything. That'll kind of be our challenge for the second half, see if we can get any type of cross on. Not a great situation there. That should not have even sent that cross in, but we'll keep spamming them. We'll keep spamming. There we go. There we go. Cucurella in. We'll give a lofted cross. Get over there. Get over there. Oh, I thought that was in. I thought that was in. Oh my goodness, I want to watch a replay of that. That is the one thing I do like about squad battles. Sometimes you can just watch what animations there were that caused it not to happen. Oh man, I thought that was going to be something. Man, his defender really made a nice jump for it. So here, I thought this was going to be a goal, 1,000,000%. His defender just Superman leaps from behind. That's one of the best defense of a header I've ever seen in my life. That was crazy. All right, we're back with Cucurella. Can we get free at all? Oh, come on. They are really defending Cucurella. They do not want Cucurella to get an assist from... No, they caught a pin. Just let that play out. Oh my goodness. Would that have even been anything again? Let's take a look at the replay. We have Cucurella coming over. Weak foot in. I thought we had Shea Adams there. Look, I guess, did it go over Shea Adams' head or did Shea Adams touch it? I guess Shea Adams wouldn't have even gotten it in there. So I think we're on pin watch now. I don't remember. I don't think I need any other real goals or anything. So I will switch this over to Cucurella mainly because I don't remember if he needs a game where he has multiple goals or not. We've already scored and assisted with him, so we'll see if we can get the goal. So Cucurella with the pin. I think it was maybe he needs a game with like 3 assists or something like that. I don't think it was multiple goals, but just where it just better be safe than sorry. Go ahead and score that one with Cucurella in case that helps with any of our objectives. And here we go. Get the ball back. Strong, be cautiously aggressive is what I always like to say. You know, when you have the tackle, take it, but don't force it because then you just end up giving up, getting into a bad position. Oh, I don't think Cucurella was off there. Cucurella is going to set the offsides record in this match. All right, where's Cucurella? Make your run up, Cucurella. Come on, Cucurella. I maybe could even switch to a different formation that would maybe be better for crosses. Okay, we have a possibility there. No! Oh, that looked perfectly set up. That looked perfectly set up. All right, Cucurella again. A little bit too much. It's going to be disappointing. I thought we've had a couple nice ones set up for Cucurella crosses. We're on Cucurella cross watch. I want to see like a sports ticker on that. The Cucurella cross watch. How many crosses? And then maybe that's a tongue twister. How many crosses could a Cucurella cross if a Cucurella could cross crosses? But they are even there. 3-5-2 talk again. Look, Cucurella was back basically in the left back role. That's kind of what they do in the 3-5-2. Your left mid will kind of come back and play a left back role on defense, but they will get forward and attack as well. So again, 3-5-2. The merits of the 3-5-2 are outstanding. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. That's pretty. That is pretty, son. That is beautiful. Now it wasn't to a striker, but I will take the cross goal, and that deserves some bagels.
We got bagels! Wow!
Oh, that is beautiful. Cucurella putting it on the head of Wamagatuka, and Wamagatuka banging that in like a boss. That was beautiful. Now, the only downside, Wamagatuka, not a striker, but I will take that. That was epic. We've got our Cucurella cross. I guess the answer is at least 1 to how many crosses could a Cucurella cross if a Cucurella could cross crosses. The answer is at least 1. Oh, maybe 2. Can we get... Nobody's running with me for the low-driven. I'm going to try it. Low-driven cross. Cucurella. Was that to Wamagatuka again, or who was that to? Was that to Moise Keane? So that's the downside. I needed to reverse those. I needed Keane's to be on his head, and I needed Wamagatuka's to be on his boots. But still, that should be 2 crosses for Cucurella. And like I said, this is what makes it fun. I always see people talk about squad battles being boring, and it is. I don't have a lot of fun in it, but when I can combine multiple objectives like this, have something to play for, like a Cucurella, makes it so much more worthwhile. Let me try to get some loft on that. Couldn't quite do that. I wanted that more to Keane running down the middle channel, but didn't quite work out. All right. Now, that was pretty. That was pretty. I don't know who that was. I think that's to Morgan. That could be our 3 crosses. Sometimes they're weird, but Wes Morgan even getting in on the show. Wes Morgan even getting in on the show. So that could be one of the things we needed with Cucurella, which I was not looking forward to, was we need to assist 3 goals from crosses on minimum world-class difficulty, and we maybe just knocked that out right then and there. Now, one thing I want to point out real quick, we probably should just keep going for that to try to get a striker, but there was a thing, this isn't exactly how you would do it anyway, there was a way you could delay the game by passing back to your keeper and then like passing back to the corner flag, but they've gotten rid of that, so you cannot do that anymore. One way I kill time sometimes is if you head it back to your keeper, which you can't always get this perfectly, but yeah, I'm still not even getting it, but if you can head back to your keeper, they don't want to use their head. They're scared to use their head at the back here for some reason. So that one's still okay. So that was a header, but that's not even going to get back. Sometimes they even end up conceding goals trying to do this, which is not good. But cannot head it. Can I do it one time? There we go. Header, but it's not even going to go. We almost conceded trying to do that. But if you can head back to your keeper, sometimes it's better to switch to a formation like 4 at the back instead of 3 at the back when you're trying to do that. But that's a way to kill time. Just let your keeper hold it. You can hold it for like a minute and a half of game time. So that sometimes makes it a little bit easier to go through. But that is how you do it. We got 9 goals. Like I said, only 5 count, but goal after the 5th counts as a shot. So if you can get to 10 goals, then that, or to 10 shots, then that counts and maxes out some of your squad battle points. So Cucurella ended up with 2 goals and 4 assists. Hopefully all 3 counted as crosses, but worked out really well. We only even gave up 1 shot. That might have even been the last thing at the game where we were trying to even set up the header back to the keeper. But you look at our pass accuracy, even sending in all those crosses, our pass accuracy was still at 89%. We had a ton of possession, just dominated the play, and that's just what you need to do to dominate this. And we end up with 2,100 squad battle points. That takes us up. So you want to maximize out your squad battle points like this. You know, we're getting completed a lot of different things there to get to 2,100. When you win on Legendary, sometimes it's hard to max out all your stuff on Legendary. You get like 2,500, 2,600. So that's even close to Legendary what you get. We're up to Gold 1. It's always nice to get better rewards when you're also playing for some of these other objectives. But let's go ahead and let's take a look and see what all we were able to knock out at the same time. Let's go take a look at our objectives now. So it says we earned 800 XP at the top. We completed 3 different objectives. So I don't know if some of them are on Silver Beast, but we were going for, I think, on 3 or 4 different things at the same time. So for Future Stars Academy, there it is. Assist, 3 goals with crosses. So we knocked that one out. That was the one I was least looking forward to. And we knocked that one out with Cucurella. We got our 3 goals with crosses. So the final answer to the question, how many crosses could a Cucurella cross if a Cucurella could cross crosses, is 3. So that was nice from Cucurella. And we also, you know, we got some progress on that. Assist in a squad battles win, score and assist 1 out of 3, and then assist in 13 separate matches. So we're, again, working towards that grind of Cucurella, which is awesome. We got 2 more done on Silver Beast. Now all we have to do is win 2 more matches, which we will do as we go on our squad battles. And let's just take a look at it, make sure it registered here. So now we've got 3. We did have 2, now we've got 3. But anyways, boys, that's going to wrap it up for now. Thanks so much for hanging out. If you have any questions on beating World Class or Legendary or any of those, just leave me a comment down below. But I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.